How's it going, ladies and bruisers? I'm Bobby Six Killer and welcome back to Tyranny. Now this time we are going to start the game properly. We are in game now, and like I said in the last episode, I've only had about an hour with the game before I started recording. I'm not 100% familiar with everything, so we are going to read the tutorials as we go. I hope that doesn't bother you all. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into it. If this is your first visit to the world of Tyranny, watch for these windows to help you. Yeah. Alright, we've got the game paused, so here we go. We got... Why are we crouching? Conversations? Yeah, no, okay, we don't need that. Kairos, the overlord, be praised. When I heard the avalanche, I feared the valley was sealed with you on the other side. The disfavored warrior clasped her gauntlet to her breastplate, the traditional salute of her legion. The commander won't say why the governor of Lethian's Crossing would be coming, but since we have no forges here, I imagine you're here to knock some sense into the voices of Narat. She catches herself, clearing her throat with a smile. I mean, mediate with the Archons so that we might agree on a plan to wipe out these Oathbreakers. I guess we can do lore. Can you hear that hum in the air, that glow around the rocks? The avalanche is Kairos' magic. The Overlord has sealed the valley. Your senses see more than mine, good Fatebinder. I do not pretend to know much about such things, but if that was Kairos' magic and you're here on important business, well, you don't have to be the Archon of Secrets to guess that you're here to proclaim an edict. What does Kairos have in store for the enemy? 10 years of festering plague? An edict of twisted bones? I come bearing an edict of Kairos. Our soldiers will complete their task or die. The edict is leveled against us? Her eyes widen with fear, her posture slackens. But the Scarlet Chorus prevents us from taking action. Why would the Overlord punish both of... She clears her throat with a sigh. Forgive me, it is not my place to question. We should have conquered the enemy within weeks of arriving in the valley. The delay reflects poorly on all of us. We got subterfuge. Your first instinct is to blame the Scarlet Chorus. No wonder Kairos resorts to an edict to enforce order. Let's do that. Yes, well. Her eyes shift to the side. There has indeed been little goodwill between our armies, and you are right. When we act as we do, what choice do we give the Overlord? She takes a deep breath, nodding as she exhales. You are right. I should not cast blame so freely, especially not when talking to a servant of justice. My apologies. Well, you've travelled a long way. I won't keep you further. I'm sure the Archons will want to hear from you. Her voice falls silent, her attention snapping eastward with alarm. Did you hear that? More runners. Third time this week. The Oathbreakers keep trying to send messengers through the mountains to gather help from outside the valley. She points over to the collapsed path from which you arrived. But they're too late for that now. Come, let's show these Oathbreakers a good fight. Alright, here we go. Let's get our fight on, yo. And alright. Pausable real-time combat system, space to pause. Hotkeys, etc., etc. Yeah, okay, I know that much. So we will engage. And we will just hotkey our way to victory. Oh. Eat it. Nice. Man, we're not doing much damage though. Oh, that hurt. Okay, we're doing alright damage now. That hurt him bad. He's in a bad way now. He's dead. That's one down. Let's check further along the path for more.
I got it.
Let's go. Alright, what do we got? A boulder. The avalanche has us blocked. Think you could fit through that rubble? Move, boulder. Oh, get wrecked. Get fucking wrecked.
Will do. To battle.
Hi.
On it.
We must protect the Legion. If we cleave, will we hit that other guy? I think we should hit both, shouldn't we? Yeah, that's the way.
I got it.
That stab attack does some mad damage. What is it? I haven't even looked at them. Thrust. Yeah, that's pretty devastating. That's pretty badass. We're pretty tough. Can't wait to get some sick-ass armor. And weapons. That's what I'm all about. Loot. Loot! Sick armor, sick weapons. Yeah. I want to be glowing purple. I want this purple, but glowing. That's how I know I've made it. That's how you know you've made it. When you're glowing purple, you know you've made it. You made a great impact on the world. In a negative way, I guess. See, purple is always, like, connected with evil. I don't know what that's about. You ever notice that? Purple things are evil. And we have a mushroom. Did he have loot? Oh my god, he had loot. I didn't even notice. Did the last one have loot? I didn't even see what that was.
Sorry, can't.
No, fuck you then. Let's move on. Want some sweet gears, bruh. Oh man, there's a butt ton of them.
Try and catch me, worm.
A young Scarlet Fury weaves around the Vendrian Guard attackers, avoiding their weapons with fluid grace. She nods to acknowledge you. A breathless enemy soldier passes a glance at her countryman. This one's crazy. Too much lead near water. We should cut our losses and turn back.
Fate finder. Here at last. Care to join me in putting these cowards out of their misery?
She nods to the army soldiers bearing down on her. Join the battle. Save something for me. For the realm of Apex, charge! The Vendrian Guard level their weapons and advance. Let's get into it. And we got the game paused again. Companions. Companion Verse has joined your party. Okay. Enable their AI. Well, I'd rather just have her AI enabled. I think it is. Yeah. I don't really want to control two people directly, even if it does have like a pausable combat system. I'm not really into that. Not really into that. Actually, you take that one and you attack that one. Oh, we should do it with the cleave. Cleave!
Sorry, can't.
There we go. That's how you do it. Come on. Man, some of these attacks take a long time to charge, man. You're Dunsky, son. Man, we're ripping these guys up.
This much? Let them think they can hit me.
Health bar, portrait, decrease.
I can tell.
What do we got here? When it drops low enough, they'll gain wounded and the health bar will turn red. Wounded characters have their maximum health reduced and receive a penalty to all skills. Wounds are removed when the party rests or when the character levels up. The fighter surveys the fresh corpses and nods with satisfaction.
I'm Verse, by the way. But there are more important things to take care of than introductions. Those Vendrian Guard we killed didn't come alone.
She gestures to the skirmish unfolding in the pass below, shaking her head. You fight like a storm. What's your role in the army?
Fury, one of the elite killers of our ignoble gang. You'll see more than a few of us around camp, but don't let that fool you. We're a rare breed. Most of the soldiers in the Scarlet Chorus are little more than farmers and children armed with rusted forks. Makes them easier to control. The voices of Nerat called his best fighters to this siege. There must be something important about Vendrian's well, though don't ask me what. The Archon isn't in the habit of spilling secrets.
Why are the Vendrian Guard attacking now?
My guess? The Vendrian Guard are testing our strength in battle, learning how we perform before they organize a real offensive. That or they're really desperate to get beyond the mountains and couldn't wait until nightfall.
Not so fast. First explain what you're doing here.
The voices of Nerat told me to intercept you at Edgering Ruins before you busied yourself solving all of the camp's problems. Guess I was too late.
She smirks.
You're due for a meeting with the Archons, but we should handle the small matter of this ambush first.
Join the battle. I'm ready if you are.
I like that. Before we go, you might search among the remains of our fallen comrades. Wherever they're bound, I doubt they'll miss their boots, much less any rings or any useful iron they might be clutching.
I see your point. Nice and practical.
No reason to pity the fallen. Before long, we might wish we'd joined them here. But at least we'll enjoy heavy pockets and warm toes.
I love warm toes.
For the voices of Nerat!
Verse furrows her brow and focuses down on the battle to come. Alright, let's rob these fucks. First of all. Am I controlling her again? So is she wounded? Did we get any gear out of that? What do we got? So we've got broken armor. Well, that's not very fucking helpful. We got Scarlet Fury helm. Suppose that should go on her since she's the Scarlet Fury, right? Yep. Man, that looks badass. Look at that. That's intimidating. What is this, a javelin? It is a javelin, so it's a thrown weapon. Okay, so we don't really have anything we can use at this point. No. Just what we got. Alright, let's get into it. Where are the enemy? Okay, there's a few. There's a... Eyes forward, no looking back. The Vendrian Guard warrior roars with his bulk's head held high, his words largely lost over the din of combat. Stand aside or a funeral will be over the side of the bluff. Seeing you squarely in his path, the soldier points his weapon your way. There is no escape, and for Oathbreakers, no surrender. Then we will settle this with bronze. The warrior points towards you, ordering his men to advance. These fools don't know when to stop. I like that. Charge! As he signals his men to charge, the sound of chanting rises in the south, drawing his attention. Scarlet Chorus reinforcements! Hurry! Run down the Oathbreakers, let none escape! From the red mob of reinforcements from the south, a blood chanter emerges at the head of the rabble, the ornamental crest of her staff pulsing with crimson tones. Signing sigils of magic and wordlessly moving her mouth, the blood chanter scribes a series of spells in the air. A red glow surrounds the Vendrian Guard warriors as the chanter's magic worms its way into their minds, blinding them with rage. Hold position, all of you. You there, keep to the path. The warrior gestures along the canyon trail, but his soldiers turn their attention to the Scarlet Chorus, roaring challenges. No, don't engage them, we need to run. His orders falling on deaf ears, the warrior reluctantly readies his weapon. Here we go. Companion combos, yeah, we got a combo attack. We can probably do that right now. Let's do that. Get wrecked!
Right.
Cleave him! There we go. There's some damage right there. Maybe I should use the hotkeys, that'll probably be easier. Is she fighting properly? She's got AI on, right? So, the AI should know what to do, right? Oh man, she's getting fucked up over there. You need help, lady? You look like you need help. Cleave this bitch. Cleave him in twain. I cleft you in twain.
Right.
Motherfucker. Come on. There we go. That's how we do. There's no gear on them? That's a shame. I wanted gear. I love gear. Have I made that apparent yet? Come quick, we have a situation on the cliffside. They have the commander. How did you let them have the commander, you twats? Alright, let's just see if we got some interactable objects. Several skulls bleached by the sun and picked clean by carrion birds are spiked on roughly hewn posts. It is the only heraldry the Scarlet Chorus needs. Is there anything we can loot around here? I don't think there is.
Yes.
Can we loot this? No. Only interested in loot, okay? I mean, I like the little descripty bits, but I want loot. What is this? Skycap. Okay. Okay. Who are you? Oh, look. Loot on this guy. What do you got? Boots! I love boots. Alright. Let's see if these boots are any good, shall we? What do we got here? Vendrian Guard Heavy Bronze Greaves. Okay, so a little bit up, a little bit down. Plus 0.5 to armor. Minus 2 disengagement defense. Do you have boots? You have boots as well. I'm not sure if these are better or not. I feel like they're a little bit better. Yeah, let's put them on. Let's just put them on. I think they're going to be better. I'm not sure if these boots might be better on her. Maybe. Compare. Nah, let's just stick with what we got. Let's go talk to this guy. Because he is packing his undies. I don't know what he's up to. What are you doing? You'll draw attention to me. I'm sorry about it. You just don't want to fight, huh? Not into fighting? What do we got over here? Oh, yeah, the commander, that's right. God, our commander? Stow your weapons and we'll find out how long a man screams before hitting the ravine down below. Cornered between a precipitous drop and a band of angry soldiers, the Oathbreaker warrior holds a disfavored officer at knife point. Skewer him, worry not for me. Graven ash will protect. The disfavored officer winces, blood seeping from the seams of his braces and cuirass. You heard the man. He plainly invited you to use that little blade of yours. What are you waiting for? Permission from your pimp? This blade? With the jerk of a knife, he slices off a clump of Drastus's matted hair. If you're so eager to see your ally dead, just step closer. Oh, here we go. We can do an athletics challenge. Lower your weapon, charge forward, and wrest the knife from him. Let's do that. The Oathbreaker cracks a wide smile as you lower your weapon. That's right. Now the rest of you, drop those weapons. With his attention on the other warriors, you dash forward. He reaches out with his dagger to slay Drastus, but your hand is already on his wrist. With a wrenching twist, you mangle his hand, dropping the dagger harmlessly to the ground. The disfavored warrior rushes forward from either side of you. Tyrell barely manages to strain a strained gasp before being hacked and impaled upon their swords and spears. I can't even talk today. What the hell? Sorry about that. I'm losing my words. Kairos be praised. The Oathbreaker fought with the rage of Karen himself. Drastus slides a trembling hand along the cut on his neck. Thank you, Fatebinder. I thought today was my last. From the look of it, guess they thought if they swarmed the pass, maybe one might make it out. We found a few scraps of parchment on the bodies. Drastus holds out a handful of crumpled parchments for your inspection. A student of letters such as yourself should be able to make sense of these. Examine the parchment. Repeating the same message in different written scripts, the parchment explains the Vendrian Guard's desire to overthrow Kairos' Archons and rout their armies from the tiers. The pages aren't addressed to any specific reader, but rather openly invites all who remain loyal to the younger realms to gather at Vendrian's Well. Recruitment material. They were trying to bring more traitors to the fight. Well, from the look of it, we kept them from slipping out of the valley. Whatever they hoped to accomplish, I think their plan died here. The Archons are expecting you. When you're ready, leave by the gate to the southeast and follow the trail downslope for a few hours. You'll see the campfires leagues away. Can't miss it. Okie dokie. I can certainly do that. Let's see what this guy's got on him. Quest complete. There we go. Bronze Falx. And quick finger bangles. Haste. Oh, that'll be handy. And a scroll. Really know about scrolls. I'm not really into scrolls. We'll put this bangle on. And what was the other thing? Oh, a sword, yeah. 16 to 20 slash. Is it two-handed? It is. That's better than what I... Oh, it's better than what I've got. Pierce space 14 to 18. DPS 3.48. So yeah, that's better. Better. There we go. New sword. Like it. I like it a lot. Let's talk to these guys. What up, yo? The prisoner says his name is Tarkus Deimos. Drastus let out a long sigh, tapping his gauntleted finger to his temple. I don't think this is a complicated matter. He dies. His family's been driving force in the Vendrian Guard. Killing him should demoralize whatever's left of the Tarkus clan. All must be given a chance to find absolution in the service of the Scarlet Chorus. The mage points a finger at the disfavored officer. And you know full well that this has always been our way. There's a chance to be a slave or a soldier. Only then do we feed him to the pigs. We'd let you take prisoners, but you can't control them. You send these conscripts out on patrol, and they never return, defecting all over again. I can't let this nonsense strategy continue. Well, I insist the Oathbreaker be taken to the voice of Narat, leaving us an impasse. Fortunately, we have a Fatebinder here to settle the matter for us. The chatter turns to you, an expectant smile creeping across her face. So what say you? What should become of this prisoner? Execute the Oathbreaker. One chance to surrender is enough. The Tearsmen can't be trusted. Rakes, thieves, and whores. Nothing more. We were far too merciful the first time. Drastus nods to a nearby warrior. Have this one tied up. He and his friends can watch each other rot in the sun. I won't keep you here any longer, Fatebinder. I know you have important business in the valley. Drastus salutes you, his iron gauntlet wrapping against his breastplate. For the glory of Kairos. For the glory of Kairos. Okay. Let's go. We done here. Looks like there's nothing to loot either. Who are you guys? Important? Oh! Loot! I just glitched out on that because I saw loot and panicked. We have a head wrap and we have some mead. And there's some loot there too. Loot. What do we got here? Bent bronze sword. Fantastic. Maybe I can sell that. I don't know. Probably can sell that for something. Get an old something out of it. Something's better than nothing. That's what I always say. Well, I've never said that before, actually, but, you know, whatever. Alright. Disfavored camp. This fort was constructed shortly after routing rebels along the valley western edge. The Archon, Graven Ash, directs all disfavored efforts from this location. 3 hours. Let us go! Alright, here we are. What's going on over here? Take what you can carry, but leave your cart, otherwise we seize you and your wares. This is robbery. This is Kairos' law. Let's talk to you. Hail, Fatebinder! The disfavored scout nods at your approach. Camp's on up ahead, don't mind us, just clearing out the rabble. I still don't understand what I've done to offend. I respect that these are now disfavored lands, and I'm happy to give the Legion a proper toll. What's going on about trading rights? What nonsense is that? I'm not allowed to trade one thing for another. It's not like I'm selling weapons to angry peasants or anything of the sort. The Overlord regulates all trade. If you lack the proper permits, your goods are forfeit. A trade permit? Well, how was I mean, to whom would I speak for such a thing? Not us, and not our problem. Maybe march your butt to Bastard City and plead your case before Tunon. But we'll lighten your burden and relieve you of your wares first. That should make your long trip back a bit more bearable. You best start making a strong argument as to why I should help you. What's there to discuss? We should kill this mongrel. And the warrior pauses, placing her hand on the front of her mouth. If the Fatebinder wishes to weigh in on the matter, courtesy demands we listen. The soldier clears their throat, looking at you expectantly. This is a disfavored matter, but I know the agents of the court do so love to throw their judgments around. Excuse me? Well, you could rob me now and have my supplies today. The merchant grabs a flask from his cart. Or you can leave me alive and have fermented honey all year long. I even know a few family recipes for painkillers and healing draughts. Certainly any army will need those. He uncorks a small ceramic vial, and the aroma of cloves and lanolin assault your nose. These are essential goods for the war effort. We should leave the supplier intact. But he has no permits. You're allowing this low-born wretch to profit when he should toil like the other conquered tearsmen? Fatebinder. It is your right to settle disputes when we lock horns with the chorus, but you have no authority on this matter. Are you questioning my judgment? I am. You have the right to step in when we disagree with the chorus, but this fool is not sworn to the Archon and has no protection. The scout runs her hands along her temple, letting out a long hiss of frustration before throwing her arms in the air. You know what? Have it your way, Fatebinder. This isn't worth a court summons from Tunon. My deepest thanks. I thought I was about to be robbed and left for dead. And here I thought the disfavored would thank me for trying to bring in fresh provisions. I'll be sure to keep my head down and not make any waves. Best not. Don't know why I'm vouching for you anyway. I'm trying to be a bad guy here, and that seemed like a really nice thing to do. What is wrong with me? Fuck it. Oh. Slow down a moment. I know we're both eager to watch the Archons bicker over tactics like a pair of magpies, but I need to ask you something first. What? The voices of Narat told me that you've come as a mediator. Considering the source, well, I can't help but feel I'm only hearing half the story. So let's have it out. What's so special about you? What else has the voices of Narat told you? Only that I could find you at the Edgering ruins. Truthfully, I could have picked you out of a crowd. You're the only one of us who hasn't spent the last few months baking in the stink of the Matanai River. She laughs, but there's a false nature to it. I'm here to deliver an edict from Kairos. That makes a crazy kind of sense considering how long the siege has taxed the armies. I can understand why Kairos would send you with an edict to speed things along. Have you read it? Do you know what it says? The Archons must claim Ascension Hall by Kairos' Day of Swords or all will perish. One more thing for the Archons to fight over. Well, thanks for cluing me in. If Kairos sends any lightning our way, just tell me when to duck. Enough of this. I must meet with the Archons. Hey, don't let me hold you back. I'm sure whatever you do here is important enough that you don't need me stepping in your path. The war tent's just past the center of the camp. One last thing, be careful around these disfavored types. They take their work seriously, and most have suffered too many blows to the head. Yeah, well, you're one of the opposition, the Scarlet Chorus. Of course you're going to not like them. You two seem to hate each other. What do we have here? Step closer and present yourself. You've arrived at last! The disfavored warrior turns to the other guard. This isn't just any Fatebinder. This is the Stormcaller. 6-killer fought with us all the way back to the Gates of Judgment. Served on the front lines, saw it with my own eyes. The guard looks back at you, nodding slowly. We're honoured Tunon sent you. Salute, Graven Ash protects. That he does. The warrior nods his approval, then taps twice on the gate to signal your arrival. Be well, Fatebinder. Glory to Kairos. Well, they're gonna like us here. Sounds like I'm definitely in favour with these, disfavoured. In favour with the disfavoured. You can't make out the ironclad soldier's expression under his twisted helmet. He merely stares at you. Okay. Hi. I'm itching to get back on the battlefield. What do we got here? Oh, loot. Loot it up. We got a shield. Well, that's not much use to us, but maybe if we get someone else that can use a shield. This is locked. I don't have enough subterfuge for that. Do you sell weapons and gear and shit? Isotanus curses the air as the blade of thin iron breaks in half beneath his hammer. Repairing weapons with scrap isn't exactly why I got into this craft, but our supplies are spent. He wipes the sweat from his brow and gets a better look at you. Why not forge bronze? Bronze will do in a pinch, don't get me wrong. I can take a beating and get bent back into shape, unlike the stubborn iron we have here. He glances at a pile of his work with dread. And we always have plenty of tin and copper lying around, so supplies aren't the problem. It's a rare smith who can churn out military-grade bronze consistently. More often than not, it comes out soft. Look around camp. We're garbing the Legion head to toe in iron because it's cheaper and easier to produce for the masses. Couldn't do that with bronze. They call the disfavored the Iron Legion for a reason. Strategy and skill may be our backbone, but our claws are made of iron. The good stuff that comes from the Smiths and Lethians Crossing. Why not forge your own iron? Only forge-bound smiths can make the stuff. They know the secret of iron. All I can do is mend and maintain their craft. It takes a master, nay, an artist, to make a piece of iron fit for an indomitable soldier such as a disfavored. You mentioned the iron shortage? I'm afraid so. The last shipment sent down the Matno went missing near Echo Call Crossing, and I'm afraid we won't be seeing any more now that the valley is sealed. Forge-bound iron is Tunon's responsibility. Why is this the first I'm hearing of it? Keep your voice down. Isotanus flinches and lowers his own. Graven Ash doesn't want to cause a panic or pass any information to the Vendrian guard. Best case scenario, the iron tumbled off a boat and is rusting on a riverbed. Worst case, it ends up in enemy hands. If I find myself an Echo Call, I suppose I can keep an eye out. I appreciate that, as does the great general. More than you might guess. Maybe he isn't quick to offer thanks to outsiders, but I know he'd be grateful for your help. It would be a boon to the war effort if our iron was recovered. I'm here to help, even if it means cleaning up the Archon's mess. No need to salt the wound, Fatebinder. None of us is mistaken in thinking that the siege has gone exactly as planned. He glances to a crate beside him and points to a small set of notches on the wood. You see that? That's how we tell apart our iron shipment from the rest. Inconspicuous, so people don't go snooping around. You want to keep an eye out for these. Good hunting. Not this crate. I don't know what you mean. I assume you mean that crate. You just randoms? I think you're just randoms. Alright, let's head over here. Barrack. You wouldn't talk to me though. Who are you guys? You guys have names? No time to chitter. Too much armor to mend. Speak to Uncle Peterborough if you got things to trade. That's you. Oh, loot. Loot! Wait a moment. Loot. Stone shield helm. That looks badass. Alright, let's compare that. Compare. Well, this is way better. Isn't it? It looks way better. Now, ceremonial Fatebinder of Tunon helm. Plus 1.5 to armor. Plus 2.25 pierce frost armor. I think it's pretty good. I think we should wear it. Oh my god, it looks awesome. That's badass. Alright, let's talk to you and sell some of our shit, eh? Hail to you, guardian of the law. The man dressed in merchant finery greets you with a smile. If you have a few excess rings weighing you down, best unburden yourself before battle. You know that if the disfavored suffer a merchant in their camp, there must be a man selling only the finest provisions and armaments. Points to his collection of shields, rations, satchels, wineskins, and other sundries. Take a look and see if anything interests you. I got a soldier one. Yeah, here we go. Your largest crate. Open it now. Something in your tone causes him to blanch. He scrambles to remove the lid from his largest of crates. Of course, Fatebinder, don't let me inconvenience you for a moment. His supplies are all perfectly ordinary. You see nothing out of place or are unauthorized by his mercantile license. Try to steal something? Yeah, let's just steal. 10 rings. Badass. You lean down to inspect the merchant's wares and spot a few rings that might have fallen to the bottom of the crate. As you shift supplies aside during the course of your inspections, you make a point of palming the rings, confident they won't be missed. The merchant pretends not to observe your action, but a momentary flash of disappointment is evident in his eyes. Most of the camp followers are slaves or haulers. You don't see many merchants. I try not to congratulate myself on my good fortune, since it's by the wisdom and mercy of Tunon that I make a profit. Perhaps we're not so different in that respect, he winks. How did you come to work with the disfavored? Hard work and good supplies. When Tunon's men came to my village, all the merchants were given different lists of what they were and weren't permitted to trade. He smiles, hand on hips. In Kairos' wisdom, my record must have been a good one, because I was given the right to trade in all manner of goods, most importantly, arms. Not a lot of merchants can legally sell weapons. It was like that even before Kairos. Let me see your wares. Pentabor rubs his hands, eyes alight. Let's see if we can find something you might like. Maybe I'll give you your money back. Yeah? Something like that? I don't know. Let's see. You never know. I got a bunch of shit that I don't really want. Can I sell this? Okay, yeah, I can sell that. Sell the javelin. Sell the scroll. Broken armor, I don't want that either. Sky cap? No, I don't want that. What is this? A-gate. I don't even know what that is. Sell it. Ceremonial Fatebinder of Tunon boots. So I'm already wearing ceremonial shit anyway. Water. Oh, hang on to that. I want this bronze greatsword. That's my old one. I'll sell that. Head wrap. Sell that. Keep the mead. Sell the bronze sword. Sell the buckler. And sell my old helm. What are we getting out of that? 13 gold. Badass. What else you got? What have you got as far as armor goes, my man? Nothing. Weapons? Bronze sword. Is that a great sword or it's one-handed? Okay. Bronze hammer. Bronze axe. What about her? What does she use? She uses single one-handed swords. 8 to 11 slash. And 8 to 11 pierce. Okay. So you just use one-handed swords. What is this one? 7 to 10. Okay, so it's not even as good. Okay, trade. Here you go, we got some money. 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 What do we got here? 30 subterfuge, can't do that. Alright, let's rob this and then we're gonna have to end the episode because I didn't realize how long it's been going. Ah, sweet, heavy bronze cuirass. Badass. Blood moss, I don't know what that's for, but we'll just bang this armor on first. It's gotta be better, right? Let's look at our defense. 49, 37, 34, 21, 37. Okay, that's the same. Oh, armor. Goes from 4 to 6. That's badass. Man, we are looking pretty buff right now. Pretty nasty. Pretty nasty. What's your armor like? Will this be better than what you've got? I assume it will. That is better. Does this do anything else though? Not really. Yeah, you can use that armor for now. That'll be fine. It looks better, it's definitely doing better. Offense is 49. It doesn't change my offense. Okay, it makes her a bit faster. Her old armor is a bit quicker. Okay, maybe we'll just keep her speed up since she's a berserker, basically. Alright, anyway. We better pack this in now, but anyway, I hope you guys are enjoying it now that we're actually into the game properly. It's pretty fun. I'm getting right into it, you know? I hope you guys are enjoying it, but anyway, thank you guys for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I will see you in the next episode.